So today we are talking about how to get power positioned. I'm actually going to be sharing with you some secrets that I have actually hired 1 million coaches to get. I have done soul searching. I have cried. I have prayed. I am literally giving you 100% for free, okay? Because everybody should know this for free. The secrets literally to your success. So, if you don't know me, my name is Coach Dallas Gordon. I am a business coach, marketing strategist, author, and speaker. And my mission is to help entrepreneurs just like you, spiritually aware, purpose-driven entrepreneurs to align with their purpose and to blow up their impact, their income, and their influence in these digital streets. So that is what I do. That is my mission, okay? So here we go. It is time to play your power position. Okay, and here's how. So first of all, I want to give you guys a few examples in my own life so that you can relate to what I'm talking about when I say power position. In some ways in the past that I've recognized that I haven't really played my power position the way that I needed to, right? But we're all works in progress and it's all a learning for each of us. So it's all good, okay? So to give you an example, I have one example written down here where when I was single and I was out there in the world and I had a young son from a previous marriage and I was single for a good while, okay? And I was hoping that I could find the love of my life, hoping I could connect with my soulmate, hoping I could have, a good person that would be a good role model in my son's life as well. But every time I would be out and I would see woman with a seemingly good man with her kids, I would say, all the good men are taken. All the good men are taken. All the good men are taken. This is what I would say. That would be my confession. Well, what I didn't realize was every time I would say that, I was trading in my power card every time. Every time I aligned with something contrary to what God had for me, I was literally making an effort to trade in my power card for cards of weakness, cards of loss, cards of less than. And guess what? All of the men, all of the relationships that I was attracting into my life were less than. They were proving to me more and more that all the good men were taken. That's my example number one. My example number two is my audience is so small. Or people don't want to buy from me. People don't want to pay for me. People don't want to pay for my stuff. People don't want to pay for my prices. And I used to say this earlier on in my business all the time. Well, my audience is small. I don't have an audience like her. How many of you have said, I can't grow because I don't have access to what some of these other people have access to. Well, that was something that I would tell myself all the time. I can't grow because I don't have access to what some of these other people have access to. Every single time that you say that to yourself, you trade in your power card for cards of weakness, for cards of defeat. And we already know one of the biggest success sabotagers is comparison. So every time you compare yourself to another business owner, to another person, every single time that you look in someone else's life and you say, wow, look what they have, look what they're doing. They got kids and they seem happy and they have this husband and they have this and they have this that. Every single time that you look upon someone else's green grass and compare it to your own, even if your lawn might be struggling right now, even if your lawn might be brown right now, okay, and needs some water, okay? Every time you compare your current situation to somebody else's, you trade in your power card. You relinquish your power position. So if you want to get in position for 2020, okay, it's time to stop trading in a card that belongs to you, to stop trading in a card, y'all, that you were born for. Every time you know in your spirit that you need to do something, whether it is speak to that person, make that phone call, make that contact, hit that go live button, send out that email, get in your car and drive and go to that event, call that family member up that you haven't talked to in a long time. Every time you have an impressing on your spirit to do something and you don't do it because you make excuses in your mind about why you shouldn't, and oh no, this person won't receive it. You have traded in your power card and you have relinquished your ability to be able to be in the seat of power in your life. So we're going to go ahead and get into these tips. Are y'all ready? Your power position is one that you were born for. That's number one. It is when you say yes. Yes to God. Yes to the universe. Yes to the purpose for your life. It's when you say yes. And when you say yes to that, you also say yes to all that is available to you. Your power position is what you desire. It's the life you desire. And I want you to know that those two are at your fingertips. What you desire, the life you desire, the money you desire, the places you wanted to travel, all these things are just things and they are nothing to you. They are at your fingertips. It's your choice to access it. So all these things are available to you. But it is your choice to play your power position and to access the keys of the kingdom. Okay? So I want you to use these 3 tips for playing your power position in 2020. Stop victimizing yourself. And I'm going to tell you something. We all do it. I catch myself doing it quite often. We all victimize ourselves. I want you to choose. The way that you stop victimizing yourself is to choose a different perspective. Choose to be heavenly minded and not earthly minded. So in my industry, you have different types of coaches. You have coaches who have massive audiences of, hundreds of thousands of people. And because they have massive audiences of hundreds and thousands of people, they are able to offer their products and services for chump change. They're able to sell $10 challenges and $10 courses and $7 this. And they're able to nickel and dime their services because their audience is so big. They've engaged their audience. They are able to do the numbers and still have a great payday. Then you have other coaches in my industry who are high ticket coaches. So their audience isn't as big, but they're charging each customer a higher dollar amount. Now, I could look at that and say, well, my audience is kind of like in the middle. A lot of my people say they can't afford my high ticket stuff. And then some of them aren't biting on my low ticket stuff. That is called an earthly awareness. Because let me ask you something. Who said that that's true? Who said that there are 2 different types of coaches in my niches? Some are doing this, some are doing that. Who said that my audience is middle of the road? What's middle of the road? Who says it's middle of the road? Now, if I trade in those cards of victimizing myself and I pick up my heavenly mindedness, do you know what I would say? I have a worldwide audience. Whatever belongs to the Father also belongs to me. I am a kingdom business owner, so whatever belongs to God also belongs to me. So that means that I'm not limited by numbers and audiences and price tags. I'm not limited on what people say they can't afford or what people say they can afford. I have a worldwide audience. When I put a product out, there will be plenty of wonderful people to serve, at my pricing point. Do you guys get what I'm saying? Stop victimizing yourself. What I need you to start doing is to raise yourself up to a heavenly perspective and ask yourself, which is my number 2, what would the God in me do? What would my higher self do? What would my goddess self do? Whatever you want to call it, constantly check in throughout your day to ask yourself and to be sure that you are aligning with who that is. Because a lot of things are happening in this world. Somebody got shot last night at the park, and oh God, it's so scary to go out. And I heard such and such got ripped off by such and such a coach, and I heard the online space is oversaturated and I can't run my business. These are facts. These are fake news, because whose news is it? Who said it's truth? You have a choice whether or not you want to accept that as your truth or not, or whether or not you want to play your power position. The choice is yours. You can choose to be heavenly minded and align with all that God or the universe says about you, or you can choose to be earthly minded and go off of fake news to make all the decisions for your life or business. My question to you today is, which one will you choose? If you are a Bible reader, it says, seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all these things will be added to you. So for those of you who aren't Bible readers, what is the kingdom? The betterment of all humankind in this earth. So what I want you to do, if you really want to break through to your real prosperity, you really want to travel the world with your family, you want to break out of that 9-to-5 job, stop putting up a resistance in seeking money. Stop seeking Gucci bags. Stop seeking that hot condo in Miami. Stop seeking first class plane rides. Stop seeking all of those things. And nothing is wrong with having them. It's nothing for you to have them. What I'm saying is, don't seek those things. Because I see a lot of people passing away. You know, Steve Jobs passed away and he had something to say. What's the other designer I posted in my group? Chris, the one who had Chris's Closet, I believe. Crisada, I think that's how you say her name. She said the same thing when she passed away. When she was on her deathbed, when Steve Jobs was on his deathbed, they said the similar things. That I have a car outside that's fancy. I got a condo that's hot. It's hot in New York, right? I got my closet is full of the top designer clothes. I got the best makeup. I can fly anywhere on the world. But now that I'm on my sick bed, I can't use any of those things. So make sure that you care for the person you are becoming as you pursue these things of the world. Because pursuing things of the world can be a very, very empty thing. But when you plug into your purpose, it's a very, very fulfilling thing. And all these things are going to be added to you when you are going after your purpose. So pursue to be a solution to a problem, and you will always get paid. So I love you guys. Don't you forget to play your power position. Don't you forget. As you lay hold of this word, I want you to share it. I want you to tag me in. I want you to tell me the difference that it's making in your life and business. And I promise you that if you lay hold of this and you live by this, you will have success. It will be inevitable. Success will be inevitable for you. Okay? I love you guys. Be so blessed today. Be prosperous. Have a wonderful, beautiful weekend. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye.